This is Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review with your NHL Stanley Cup playoffs play of the day for Wednesday, April 12th. The playoffs have arrived. I was actually going to use Edmonton minus 145 to minus 150 as play of the day initially for tonight against San Jose. That line is starting to get away from us. It's climbing as we speak, so I leaned to Edmonton. I would recommend that play as well, but we're not going to use that one for play of the day. We're going to go to something with a little bit more value, a little bit more incentive, something that I think is a value-laden play for this first night of the Stanley Cup playoffs. The St. Louis Blues taking on the Minnesota Wild. We have Minnesota now up to a minus 170 favorite. They opened minus 150 here in Game 1 against St. Louis. They're up to minus 170, total of 5 in this game. Now look, Minnesota to me looked like a Stanley Cup contender about 2 months ago. They had a dismal month of March and into April. It did not finish well for them, and everyone's talking about now, after that bad stretch they had, how bad they were, losing games, not playing as good defensively, not quite scoring as goals at the clip they did early in the season. Everybody then starting to wonder what's wrong with this Minnesota team. And now I'm hearing people say, they won 4 straight games to end the regular season. They righted the ship. They're going to be coming into the playoffs feeling good, on a roll. Well, hold on now. Look at the 4 wins Minnesota had down the stretch of the regular season to close it out. 2 of them against Colorado, 1 against Arizona, 1 against Carolina. What's the common thread? All of them non-playoff teams. So let's not go crazy about a so-called Minnesota turnaround based on the 4 games they won to end the regular season. This team still has a lot of pressure on them. They have not been good in the playoffs in recent years. Early exits. Bruce Boudreau has a huge monkey on his back, the head coach of this Minnesota team. He has had nothing but playoff disappointments in Anaheim and Washington previously. That's something he's got to get over with. Now, I'm just scratching my head now at why Minnesota now is all of a sudden minus 170 here in this game. I understand St. Louis doesn't have Nail Yakupov, or not likely to have him. I know Paul Stastny remains out with that broken foot, but Paul Stastny's been out for weeks. And yet the St. Louis Blues, all right, he's been out for weeks, okay? And they've been able to survive without him, and they've been able to win games without him. St. Louis finished the regular season playing great hockey down the stretch, playing great defensively, scoring goals in a timely clip, and it has resulted in them coming into the playoffs feeling very good about themselves. And this is a team that, unlike Minnesota, does have at least a modicum of recent playoff success to go their way. When you look at last year when they went to the Western Conference Finals against San Jose, 15-4 were St. Louis down the stretch in their last 19 regular season games. You look at how they played on the road late in the season, 10-3 in their last 13 road games. That's very impressive. They're 5-2 in the last 7 head-to-head meetings against Minnesota. They are the team that has experienced some success in the playoffs recently. Minnesota has not. There's pressure on Minnesota. There's pressure on this head coach. And let's not forget another little under-the-radar factor. Mike Yeo is the head coach for the St. Louis Blues now, taking over from Ken Hitchcock. He used to coach for the Minnesota Wild. You don't think that he and the Blues wouldn't mind getting a win here in Minnesota, especially here in Game 1? Former coach of Minnesota looking to take down his former team? I think not. I don't think this price is warranted on Minnesota, especially the way they played down the stretch. Yeah, they won 4 straight to end the regular season, but all of them against non-playoff teams. 2 against Colorado, 1 win against Arizona, 1 against Carolina. You got to show me you can beat someone good. They're going to have that chance tonight, but I think at minus 170, we're dealing with an inflated price tag here on Minnesota and a value one on the underdog Blues, and that's what I'm going with. Let's make it official. A value play for sure. Win or lose, the St. Louis Blues plus 150, rotation number 5. Let's take St. Louis plus 150. They are live to win this game. They are live to win this series. And at plus 150, there is value to back the Blues on the road tonight. St. Louis plus 150 in Game 1 against Minnesota. That's the play of the day in the NHL playoffs for me on Wednesday, April the 12th.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.